Welcome back to We Got Goosebumps, a podcast dedicated to the landmark horror series for children. Written by R.L. Stine back in the 90s. I'm your dad. And if you keep using my shaving set on your body without asking, I might be upset. Dylan.
You need to be more upset. Listen, I'm your bandmate who just turns into a dog and leaves town with his family, and I don't tell you first. I'm Travis. What's up?
Well, today we have number 26 in the Goosebumps series, My Hairiest Adventure, which was released in December of 1994. And a great Christmas story on top of that. I would have to say a real heartwarming story from beginning to end. And I'm just going to say this now. Surprisingly dark. Like when I first started reading it and thought, like even from the back of the last book or whatever, and just reading this and being like, oh, this is going to be stupid. All right.
Did it trigger some fear?
I mean, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, you're a hairy guy. You are
look
part
at my
werewolf.
Beautiful hair. Look how beautiful it is.
I also method read this one. Look, I grew up my beard. I got my hair out today. I was also feeling it, dude. We're just a bunch of hairy guys. It's our hairiest. What was your hairiest adventure?
Nothing really.
Yeah.
Sadly, my hair is constantly just in a state of growing and misbehaving and ignoring everything I try to do with it. So I usually just give up. I cut it once per year, whether I need to or not.
Makes sense to me. I grew my hair out a couple of times. I did over COVID. That seemed to be a popular thing to do. I had a nice handlebar mustache there for a bit. Ladies dug it. And by dug it, I mean they ran away usually whenever we were near.
Well, you also were wearing the free mustache rides shirt. I think that was the upsetting part of it.
I mean, they're free. Who's mad about that?
I've always heard that you should never offer your best service for free because you're valuing it. You don't want to go out there saying like,
you think I should have had a shirt that said $10 mustache rides if that would have done better?
I would say like $20. Like that sounds like
20?
Deluxe. You know, it sounds like Premier. $10 sounds like a handy behind a Hardee's.
Okay. All right. We want it to be in front of the Hardee's. You brought up Christmas, and I do think it's a good Christmas story because some kids want a dog for Christmas, and some people want puberty. And I think we get a little bit of both here tonight.
And some people would rather a child turn into a dog. That's the thing. I had the hardest trouble with this book. I felt like other way around, right? More dogs, less children, right? I can't. Yeah. Oh, God, could you imagine how fucked up that would have been? If it was like just the opposite, this guy going around turning children into dogs. And so, spoilers for the whole fucking book, I guess. But, you know, this one's going to get sad.
Why are you here?
It's not even like, yeah, it's dark, but it's really just sad and depressing.
Yeah.
You gave me one of the saddest scenes to read also, which I appreciate.
You're welcome.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. Look at this, man. I just discovered this. Some veritable proof that this was my Goosebumps book as a boy. My mom wrote my name and the year into the book. You can't see it. Let me turn off my background. We must make this happen. Live on air. Hold on. I got you, big dog. Turn that to none. Whip this out. Bam. Look at that.
I thought that's in my hardest adventure first. It's like, Travis, wrong book. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Dude. Yeah. This is a Trav Tear original. And I was mad as I read the book because the last page on the last chapter of the book is torn in half. And I was like, whoever fucking owned this book before was an asshole and didn't treat it right. And then as we're sitting here, I was like, oh, it was me. God damn.
Yeah, it's more fun when I get a panicky message from you a day before the podcast is going to go out saying like, some asshole ripped the whole last page out of the book. And it was a random children.
Yeah, random one. But no, this one, the call was coming from inside the house. It was me the whole time.
Well, then the next time I see you, I'll beat the shit out of you for doing that to your book.
Thank you. Please.
You're welcome.
Hairiest, I don't think I've ever had like a hair scare. I'll say that. I hate hair in my food.
Oh, that one dream.
Oh, did you have a weird dream about hair in your mouth?
No. In the book.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's wild.
Hair.
Did you ever steal your dad's razor to shave your balls?
No.
No. Okay, neither did I then.
I did use them to shave my palms from all the
Sure.
It was. Do you think R.L. Stine was just when he was typing out those pages, or when his ghostwriter was typing out those pages, and he's just grew hair on his palms? He knew what he was doing. For the young who listen to this podcast, parents and grandparents and math teachers would tell children, I think before you and I were kids, because no one told me that when I was a kid. Did you ever hear that from your minister or your math teacher, specifically
No.
Mr. Robinson?
It felt like a hand-me-down tale from an older generation.
Yeah, like the 50s or whatever.
Yeah.
They would tell young boys, because I don't know what happens to girls when they fiddle themselves or whatever, if their fingers fall off or walk away or whatever. I just know that if boys played with their little dingly donglers, their hands would get palmy. Their palms would get hairy.
Yeah.
Also, that you might go blind.
And my mom.
I feel that they're warning you about getting semen in your eyes, because that stinks.
Like I need to clarify what I just said when I said my mom got me with that one. What I meant to say was my mom. When I needed glasses, she goes, "Oh, I know what you've been doing." And I was like, "Yeah, not reading clearly from a distance, bitch."
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And jerking off a ton.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Mom.
That fine print. The fine print in those pornographic pictures.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I like to see who made it. I'm in there trying to read the credits on stuff.
But really, you like the covers of a pornographic magazine more than anything, wouldn't you say?
Sure, yeah. Yeah. I like reading the articles.
Oh.
But we get to the speaking of cover art. I see what you're doing there. We got Tim Jacobus coming in. Fine. He hits the book perfectly. He's got a boy staring at a hairy set of hands in front of his mirror, freaked out. I don't ever remember the boy's ears growing wildly disproportionately.
They do say that he has very big ears in the book. That's one of the things they make fun of him. Yeah, so.
That's a good point. These seem comically large, but okay.
Yeah, it's a bit much. I feel like he was just big ears and hair. All right, must be turning into a chimp.
Yeah. Ugly fucking sweater. And there's something about the way that faucet's dripping that my jaded mind can't reckon with, but everything else seems okay.
I mean, I'm more haunted by those two toothbrushes that don't have reflections in the mirror.
That is creepy. The ghost toothbrush, another candidate for a Goosebumps book.
And what's that? Oh, that's the handle for the mirror, right? So you can open the medicine cabinet. All right.
Everything's drippy, though. The soap's drippy, the faucet's drippy, the toothpaste is drippy. It's unsettling. It's a wet, nasty bathroom.
If only his nose was dripping, too. Yeah, this seems more like the cover of an 80s comedy more than anything. It's like a Teen Wolf ripoff where it's just oh no, I'm going to prom and I look like a chimp.
Yeah.
At Chimp High. And then he goes into high school on a skateboard at one point as a chimp, but it's really an actor in a really bad chimp costume.
I like it. You could call it Big Chimpin'.
I mean, I already said Chimp High, but yeah, I'm Big Chimpin'.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah, I did say that.
No,
it's fine. It's fine. It's good.
This is the European re-release, Big Chimpin'.
Oh, I see. Speaking of European oh wait, no, we're doing UK next. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you real quick, what else could he have done with it? I feel like this, as benign as it is, it's kind of like all you can do.
Yeah, I mean, make the ears smaller. Also, I didn't really picture a perm for the kid. His hair's real curly.
He's got a nice, like a Timberlake look to it.
Yeah. I don't get it. I was expecting kind of like the JTT from Home Improvement, that swoosh of blonde shit, that, and something more like that. But Jonathan Taylor Thomas, by the way, JTT.
No, I got you. Yep. For sure. Well, let's take it to the UK. Let's go across the pond.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, this is bad.
Yep. They tried to drown Ginger Brad Pitt.
This is so... it's so lazy. It looks like they started drawing the hair and they're like, this is a lot of work. Done. Like, there's like 5 bristles of hair on his forehead. It's bad. And the INSTA-TAN, that looks like jizz.
It does. It looks more like jizz than the faucet from Jacobus. I don't know, man. It has the INSTA-TAN in there. It's really making the connection in the book. It's trying really hard. I don't feel like they needed to do that. Let the story tell the story, but goddamn.
Jesus Christ. I fucking hate it so much. This just feels lazy. Look how thin his wrist is. Like, it's going to snap. His fingers are thicker than his wrist. And what's happening with the goo this time? I understand that for whatever reason, they decided goo on the cover. That's what we're doing. I honestly was hoping by the time we'd get to like the 20s, this shit would be done. The UK would be like, those covers were ridiculous. We're going to have to do something sane. Or that they'd just stop selling Goosebumps.
Double down, dude.
God, I just fucking... It looks like he got caught jerking off in the hot tub.
Yep, with a Sharpie for some reason.
Yeah.
Marked himself up real good. Yeah, it's...
Also, it looks like... Oh, no! They put the cream on his face, too. You can see it smeared all over. No! Now that I can see it...
Dude. Now it's worse. It's getting worse.
I'm going away from... This is disgusting. And now it's turned pornographic. It looks like someone came on him and rolled him on the floor of a barber shop. Moving along. Holy shit!
Moving along. Yeah, the French did not hold back this time. They went hard, dude. This is once again the French reading the last page of the book and then drawing the cover.
I can't look
Dylan's
at it.
doubled over. He's down. Just
look at it. What is
he's shielding his face.
Oh no!
It's terrifying. It's it's clearly a boy with a dog face, but with human hands. But the hands are colored the same color as the dog's face. But he's also got just a normal boy haircut on a dog. A normal boy haircut on a dog. Just think about what I'm saying right now. A normal boy haircut on a dog. This artist nailed it.
Bright. Yeah.
Has Jasper's eyes for some reason.
And black lips. Like he's wearing black lipstick though. Like, oh man. This is...
Yeah, it might be the best cover we've covered.
This looks like... You know how it used to be a popular prank to send something to your friend that's like, oh, listen to this listening test, and it'd be like this YouTube video, and they'd be like, make sure to turn your volume up and lean in real close for this listening test, and then it gets like 10 seconds in, and then a scary face pops up and a loud blah. That's the face that would pop up.
Exactly. It's jarring. I even knew it was coming, and I opened it, and we both physically moved our heads out of the way.
I'm glad I've stopped looking at the covers ahead of time, because I'm enjoying my insane reactions.
But that cover's still the most memorable of the lot for me. I think I got to give it to France this time. They got a reaction out of me. I came up out of my seat.
All right, so we open in chapter 1. which is where actually all the books start. I haven't mentioned that, I think, in 20 billion episodes, but chapter 1. We've got Larry Boyd.
It sounds like you have a speech impediment.
It does. I feel like this is definitely a Larry Bird.
You think, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Why do you think it's a Larry Bird?
Because, obviously. He always does that. He's always putting like who's the race car driver neighbor or whatever? Peretti?
Right. Andretti, yeah.
Peretti.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so maybe, yeah.
So Larry Boyd. Larry Boyd.
That's funny. It's funny when you say it. I read it, it doesn't hit me. When you say Larry Boyd,
It
sounds like
oh, no.
You're really ruining Larry Bird's name. I love it. All right, anyway, sorry.
So Larry Boyd, he's running through... I need to mute you. So Larry is running through the snow again. And he's running again because the dogs are chasing him. He lives in a town. I don't think we've ever forgotten the name of the town. We're going to say Dog City. There's a feral pack of dogs that are loose within this town. And they're constantly chasing at least one small child. You'd think someone would do something about these dogs. Like, it's the same 5 dogs every single time. But maybe there's a reason why they don't.
Dum dum dum. Wait, not yet.
Anyway, he's being chased by these dogs. He's got a guitar case. We found out why later. It's hilarious. So he's running. He had jumped into a parked car the last time that he was running away from these dogs, but this time they're too close. By the time he pops open the door, he's going to get cujoed, torn to shreds, eaten alive, screaming as his innards are devoured by a pack of hounds. Ah! He'll say, ah! So he's a little spooked. But he's getting real close to Lily's house. And by the way, that's not going to be confusing for me at this point. I live with a Lily who is a dog. And in this book, there's a Lily who's not a dog. Wink.
Wink.
But he's getting pretty close to Lily's house, so he starts booking. He's like, if I can only get there, she can protect me. Ah! But of course, that's when he slips on a rock under the snow.
Oh, no.
Guitar case goes flying, tumbling, and I imagine he can watch it in slow motion as he hits the ground, and he knows, oh, those dogs are gonna just rip at all the softest parts of him. Bum 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 bum.
Not the softest part. Everything went white, probably because he fell face first in the snow, but also a bit of a blackout. Then he hears another voice shooing the dogs away, get out of here, dogs! Shit, go get! And it's Lily, his friend Lily Vaughn. So he was running toward. She has a snow shovel. She's going at this pack of wild dogs like they're the wet bandits. She was protecting Kevin McAllister. She was going snow shovel wild on these dogs. Of course, they whimper away, and the two head on over to Lily's house where their other friends are also hanging out. And I'm going to describe a bit of the friends here. I think this is a fun pair of paragraphs R.L. Stine gave us. He says, the others were all hanging out in Lily's living room. I waved hi to Manny, Jared, and Christina. Manny was down on his knees, fiddling with his guitar amp. It made a loud squeal, and everybody jumped. Manny is tall and skinny and kind of goofy looking, with a crooked smile and a mop of curly black hair. Jared is 12 like the rest of us, but he looks 8. I don't think I've ever seen him without his black and silver Raiders cap on. Christina is a little chubby. She has curly, carrot-colored hair and wears glasses with blue plastic frames. Gotta have those details, man. Those are your friends.
Oh, yeah.
Caricatures. Now, they always tease Larry about his hair. He says it's long, They call him Hairy Larry. It seems like he could just get a haircut and solve that if it's just long. It's not like he's covered in visible body hair. We'll get to it. But they're in a band together called the Geeks, and they changed the name a lot. They were, they're the Geeks now. Last week they were called the Spirit. It has something to do with Lily has a necklace with like pirate gold on it, and I think they were going to call themselves the Pirates or something. I don't even really remember. Let's see, Pirate Gold is what she wanted to call it, Pirate Gold, because of this coin made of real pirate gold on a necklace that her grandfather gave her. It's important detail, folks. Hang on to it. The band, so they're going to be in a battle of the bands at the school there. It'll be a good time. And the battle of the bands sounds like it's just a battle between two bands. We've got our The Geeks featuring lovely old Larry Boyd. And the band they're going against here is called Howie and the Shouters, which is just a snarky boy named Howie and his sister. And they're challenging them to a battle there. And Howie is the drummer, and his sister Marissa is the singer. All right.
I like how he said he's just the drummer.
Yeah, he's just the drummer, because the Geeks have no drummer. It's 3 guitarists, a keyboardist, and a singer. And half the band gets wiped out before we get to we'll get there. But no one likes Howie or his sister. They're snarky. They're full of shit. I think they have rich parents that buy them everything, and they tend to showboat that, and so they're just not likable. The kids here, the Geeks, Larry and his friends, they practice for 2 hours today. Larry's a bit of a perfectionist with everything, so he has them do some stuff over a bunch. They don't like that. They're like, Larry, come on. He's like, if we're going to take down Howie and his shitty sister, we've got to practice. All right, we're going to do do-overs. And they're like, all right, Jesus. Because his biggest fear is he doesn't want to get embarrassed at the Battle of the Bands, dude. He wants the band to get it right. Last thing he wants to do is be on that stage of Battle of the Bands and have something embarrassing happen to him. That's the last thing he wants. So, after a couple rounds of band practice, they head on outside, play in the snow. And his friends are teasing Larry. Hey, Larry, we're going to build a snowman of you, and we're going to give it the perfectest blonde hair you can imagine. Just really teasing him, I guess, for having a handsome head of hair.
You know what's pretty ironic about them making fun of his hair and calling him Hairy Larry? We find out by the end of the book that they're all named Larry. Oh, wait, is that not what happens?
No, but it tickled me a lot. So Larry doesn't want to participate in his own snowman roast, so he takes a walk while his friends are having fun building a voodoo snowman out of him to tease him with. And while he's on his walk, he comes to a nearby dumpster, a dumpster near Lily's house, and it looked like someone had tossed out some old junk, just a pile of junk. And now he's like me. I mean, you see a little pile of junk, maybe there's something in there, something cool. So he's rifling through the junk, and he finds an old enamel medicine chest, and he opens it, and there's a little orange bottle in there. It catches his eye, and he says, oh, hey, guys, look what I found. Bum, bum, bum.
Well, if this isn't just the best day for this little Jersey Shore boy. It's a bottle of INSTA-TAN. Whee! And you can rub on a dark suntan in minutes. And yeah, it'd be, in the moment as a child, sure. As an adult, the idea of finding someone and something like someone else's medicine cabinet and rubbing it all over my body, horrifying. No. What if it's just sulfuric acid from some lunatic that thought you're going to just dig through their trash can and rub their suntan oil over themselves? So the kids are all just like, let's rub this all over ourselves. And you can also tell that they haven't hit puberty yet because they said, we'll just rub it on ourselves, instead of at least one of them being like, oh, but maybe I should rub it on you, girl. Because children, like if they were 13, they'd be like, I need to use this excuse to touch someone.
Yeah.
Now you're making me sound like a creep.
I am.
That's just an awful creep. Anyway, they think it'll be fun if they get to school the next day and they look super tan. Because everyone will be like, oh my God, where'd you go? And they'd be like, Bahamas.
Yeah, it's December. What are you doing?
And then everyone at school will be like, fuck, that's more cool than Howie. So that's great. I don't know why they go to the Bahamas to practice with their band. That doesn't... Because they're making it sound like, now Howie's going to be really scared of us. It's like, that's not... I would assume that you've done even less
like you're
practicing.
Going to get better.
But anyway, so they
Kids
they
are
all rub
stupid.
it on, and I forget which one of those jagoffs was hogging it all. If it was like Manny. Was Manny or was it Jared? One of them was hogging it all. And so Larry's just like, there's just a little bit at the bottom. And then he's about to put it on himself, but then he happens to read the fine print and bomb, Monster Blood 2.
Yeah, pretty much. Reads the fine print on there, and it says this, folks. It says, do not use after February of 1991. Oh, well, I got bad news for you. This book came out in December of 94, so it's old. It's expired. But the other kids laughed. They're like, so what if it's a little old? Like, maybe we just won't get too tan. We'll just get a little tan. And they're like, come on, Larry, try it. The rest of us have. Don't you, with peer pressure, don't you want to try it, Larry? Old Lair Bear? Larry, now starting to blush in front of his friends, doesn't want to be a wimp. His thing, he doesn't ever want to be embarrassed. It's his whole thing. So he's like, okay. And he goes for it and applies it to his skin. And it is called INSTA-TAN. It says it there on the bottle. I'm sure as seen on TV, I'm sure the ad said you tan immediately. But these kids are looking around saying, well, I don't think I'm tanning. Are you tanning? I don't think it's changed at all. Maybe it was too expired to work. Well, all right.
I don't know if
So
you've
they're
ever
like, well,
seen
fuck.
someone with spray on tan before, but that's a real orangey look that you see. And it can,
Yeah.
if you don't put it on right, it will leave like streaks and runs on your body. Like it'll look like someone painted you orange and badly.
Yeah, it can't be good for you. It can't be good for you.
Well, I think it's better than the sun, so.
Maybe. I do love the sun, though. It's so warm, so hot. But then Manny, their buddy Manny, shrieks, my face is falling off. And Larry looked at him, and Manny was holding a pale blob of his own skin. That would have made for a much better book. Ba ba ba.
It's not his skin. It's just a blob of tissue paper, wet tissue paper. Everyone's just like, oh, Manny. It was Manny, right? I always forget. I always forget when Manny does his old paper face trick.
Classic
So
Maynard.
So they go back to the snowman. They're goofing around, having a good time. Snowball fight. Lily and Larry against the world, clearly setting up a romance for later. They're like taking down everyone. Then it's just like, oh, we're just throwing piles of snow. Oh, everything's great. Then Larry drops to his knees, gets sick, and dies. Bum, bum, bum.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's dead.
So, fast forward to after his death, his passing out, his sick fainting. He's at the flash forward. He's at the doctor's office. He's getting a shot from a one Dr. Merkin. That's a choice name there, Dr. Merkin. And old Merk, he gives Larry a shot every 2 weeks. Larry says it always hurts. You never get used to the old shot. But it's it's all part of life. Pretty used to the process by now. Apparently Larry has a sweat gland problem. That's why he gets a shot every 2 weeks. And he gets sick when he's overheated, I guess, because all that sweat gets stuck in him. He just becomes just a little sweat balloon. And can't.
No, they just overheat. You're just more likely to overheat. They don't become a sweat balloon. They don't turn into Mike from the camp book who gets bit by the snake and he swells up and the counselor hits him.
It's turned into little bags of water and all the sweat just right under the dermis. Just keep it hold. And on his way out, where the fuck are we?
We're in the middle of a very sweaty boy.
At some point, Larry asks his mom if he looks different. He's like, "Hey, Mom, do I look like I have a tan?" And she's like, no. And you're kind of crazy for asking. Why the fuck would you have a tan? She goes, you need to take a nap when we get home. You've been too much going on. You know, you got overheated. You had to get a shot. Come on, let's go lay down. So he gets home. He calls his friend Lily on the phone. And they talk about Howie and Howie's sister Marissa. And apparently Howie bought a Clapton book so he could learn some guitar. Says he's going to blow everyone away, a battle of the bands. And Larry's like, hey, Howie's terrible at guitar. He somehow makes it squeak. And Marissa squeaks too, but she calls it singing. I like that. They're really throwing shade at this other band, even though they pretty much know they're way more talented than they are. They still like to give them guff. And word on the street, though, is that Howie and the Shouters, okay, they're good enough to make their own CD. Apparently their dad wants to send a demo tape to the CD companies.
Check your sources. Who said that? Howie.
Yeah, probably. But Lily admits, she's like, you know what? Yeah, but Marissa, she is a really good singer. And I wish we had a drummer. You know, we have 3 guitars and a keyboard and a singer. We have no percussion in the band at all. The drum machine that we use kind of fucks around. I don't really like it that much. So they're both kind of talking about the band.
You have to program it in your own beats. You can't just use the ones that come with it.
These kids, they just don't know how to produce proper EDM. I know.
They're barely children.
It's true. So they're kind of talking about the Battle of the Bands. That's a big, that's the event at the end of the book. So they're talking it up a little bit here. But before bed, old Larry Boyd goes to brush his teeth there, and drops his toothbrush in the sink. You know, we've all been there. Little fumble on the play, and Brent's just to get his toothbrush. He sees the back of his hand is covered by patches of thick black hair. Oh, Lord. Dum, dum, dum.
Staring down in shock, I shook the hand hard. I think I expected the black hair to fall off. I grabbed at it with my other hand and tugged it. Ow! The hair really was growing from the back of my hand. How can this be? I cried to myself, holding the hand in the light. I struggled to stop it from trembling so that I could examine it. The hair was nearly half an inch high. Half an inch high. It's not grass. It's not his lawn. Anyway. It was shiny and black, very spiky, very prickly. It felt kind of rough as I rubbed my other hand over it. Hairy Larry. That dumb name Lily called me suddenly popped back into my head. Hairy Larry. In the mirror, I could see my face turning red. They'll call me Hairy Larry for the rest of my life, I thought unhappily, if they ever see this black hair growing on my hand. I can't let anyone see this, I told myself, feeling my chest tighten in panic. I can't. It would be so embarrassing. I examined my left hand. It was as smooth and clear as ever. Thank goodness it's only on one hand, I cried. Don't fucking... Jesus. Clearly is not used to doing secret things in the bathroom. Don't fucking toot your own horn while you're tooting your own horn.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, whoa, hey. I tugged frantically at the patch of black hair again. I pulled at it until my hand ached, but the hair didn't come out. My mouth suddenly felt dry. I gripped the edge of the sink with both hands, struggling to stop my entire body from trembling. What am I going to do? I murmured. Do I have to wear a glove for the rest of my life? I can't let my friends see this. They'll call me Hairy Larry forever. That's how I'll be known for the rest of my life. A panicky sob escaped my throat. Got to calm down, I warned myself. Got to think clearly. As gripping the sink so tightly, my hands ached. I lifted them, then rolled up both pajama sleeves. Were my arms covered in black hair, too? No. I let out a long sigh of relief. The square patch of prickly hair on the back of my right hand seemed to be the only hair that had grown. What to do? What to do? So parents are at home while he's been upstairs jerking on the old yard snake, or at least that's what I call it. And his mom calls up and she's like, "Hey, buddy, you've been in the bathroom for a long time." Oh no. Has it started? And he's like, "Oh, I'm just getting ready for bed. Ah." And so he starts looking through the medicine cabinet for hair remover, because he's like, that's a real thing, but there's no hair remover in this medicine cabinet. But then he's just like, I think It has to have grown there over the last few minutes. How's it growing this fast? Well, then he's like, I know what to do. My dad has hair he gets rid of. So he goes into the medicine cabinet, grabs out his dad's razor. I'm going to imagine it's an old-fashioned straight razor. He has the razor's drop, and he's just dropping from it and just taking it to town. Lathers up the back of his hand, and just... It's all good. Everything's great. Had to shave his hand, which is just a weird euphemism.
It's weird, right? And like,
yeah,
we're not there yet, but when he has to go between his fingers, real reaction for me while reading that. It's like, I don't like that. Razors close to the insides of my fingers.
Oh, and he cuts his palm, too. Have you ever cut your palm? Have you ever done that? I don't know if you've ever cut your palm.
Yeah, I've cut... I'm bad at doing the dishes. Yeah, I've cut my hands up pretty bad.
Just kidding. I was just reminding you and the audience, who I assume also listen to Polykill, about the time that you broke a bowl with your massive strength, but unfortunately have tissue paper skin and shredded your hand so that you can no longer make a closed fist or finger a woman.
It was a rough day.
Yeah. So anyway, Larry thinks, you know what? I bet it was that fucking INSTA-TAN bullshit. It expired, so clearly grew hair. Not a bad thought process, really. Like, you know... Although I would have thought, like, if anything could grow hair like that, fucking Rogaine would have, like, squished it immediately. Not going to have that competing with them, you know? So,
true.
He thinks it's funny at first when he thinks of the rest of his friends just covered in hair. But then he's just like, actually, that's terrifying, because then we'll just be covered in hair. And that's not fun. That's not fun. And he's rubbing at the back of a hand, because it's trying to itch, but it hasn't grown back yet. And then he feels like itchy. It feels like, you know, when you go out for a walk or something, you find like one tick on you, and all of a sudden all you can feel is just thousands of crawlies just all over you. So that's what he's thinking. But hair. Bum bum bum.
Oh. Next morning.
That's the sound of hair growing quickly.
Oh. Actually kind of like it. I miss the sound of hair growing out of my head. Next morning, comes down for breakfast. No hair. Oh, good. It's the kind of hair you only got to shave once. So he feels relieved. And he thinks about telling his folks what happened. He's like, you know, maybe I'll... And in this book, Larry is very much about telling his parents. I feel like a lot of Goosebumps books, the kids somehow just forget to tell their folks something, or they always have to hide something from their parents for some reason. But Larry, he's like, I'm going to be upfront. I'm going to tell them what I did. I'm going to tell them I got into some bad stuff.
Straight up.
I'm going to rub it all. I rubbed it all over my body. My friends did too. And now we're all in trouble. But he eventually does talk himself out of it. He says, man, it would be embarrassing. And they'd fuss at me for being dumb. And then they'd take me to Dr. Merkin. And every time I see that guy, he pumps me full of shots. Maybe I'll lay low. We'll see what happens. If the hair starts growing back, maybe. So on way to school, he catches up to his friend Lily, and she's all bundled up, but maybe a little more bundled up than she needs to be. And it's a December time of year, but Larry's like, I don't know if you need that many coats today. So he's kind of putting the pieces together, like maybe she's hiding something on her body. So he decides to ask her, which is a weird thing to, no matter what age you are, it's a weird thing to ask someone, hey, you grow any weird black hair on your hands? And then she whispers back, yes. Bum, bum, bum.
Huh? I gasped. My heart skipped a beat. You grew hair on your hand? Lily nodded grimly. She moved closer. Her blue eye and her green eye stared at me from under the wool ski cap. Hair grew on my hands, she whispered, her breath steaming up the cold air as she talked. Then it grew on my arms, and my legs, and my back. I let out a choked cry. Then my face changed into a wolf's face, Lily continued, still staring hard at me, and I ran out of the woods. and I howled at the moon like this. She threw back her head and uttered a long, mournful howl. Then I found 3 people in the woods, and I ate them, Lily declared, because I'm a werewolf.
I'm so happy you got to read that, man.
Me too.
I'm so happy.
She growled at me and snapped her teeth. Yeah, so she's fucking with him. Much like the hermit did in Fever Swamp, who's doing, I'm a werewolf.
Yep.
On a cold July night in the swamps of Florida, sometimes you can still hear a hermit say, I'm the werewolf.
I'm the werewolf.
I'm the werewolf, god damn it. So then she's just like busting his balls about like, so what, you think I'm a werewolf now? I could be a teen wolf basketball player. And then she puts 2 and 2 together and she's like, oh, I guess you were asking me about if I was growing hair in strange places because you're growing hair in strange places. It's like, no, I'm not. My armpit and pubic area are completely clean. And then she starts calling him Harry Larry, proving his point that he does need to shave all his hair off because, man, he does not have supportive friends. So they're in Mrs. Schindling's class. I'm going to have fun saying this. And Larry's got to give a book report. And to be honest, the teacher's the one who's being punished because just from the 2 book reports we heard parts of, awful. I have to listen to 30 different students be like, I read a book by Bob. If you like books about dinosaurs, you'll like this book. It has dinosaurs. A+. Larry's got to give a book report. We get more about his anxieties and about being embarrassed because he's like, what if I mess up a single line? And like, no one gives a fuck, buddy. Like a single line? Like even I would have known that as a kid with social anxiety. But anyway, he's like, he practiced multiple times in front of the mirror being like, okay, I don't want to fuck this up. And then also, again, once we get to what his book report it is, how could you fuck this up? It's literally like, if you like science fiction, I recommend this book by Bruce Coville. It's got alliums. Fuck! And anyway, so Howie goes first. He literally, is this the part where he's just like, might as well get the best out of the way first. Yeah! Howie doesn't really seem that bad, just kind of annoying.
Yeah, he's really full of himself.
Yeah, he also feels like desperate at the same time. Like I felt less angry at him and more like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm glad we don't see their home life. Especially when his sister's just like constantly playing with her braid. I'm just like, is she just like standing there and being like, yeah, Howie, we'll show them all. And Howie's just like, yeah, we're not fucking failures. We're not fucking failures. And just like freaking out in the hallway.
I think it's weird that she's the front person for the band, the singer. He's the drummer, but it's Howie and the Shouters. His sister got the moniker of Shouter. She doesn't even get her own.
They addressed that because Larry's like, why didn't you call it Marissa and the Shouters? And he's like, because Marissa doesn't rhyme with anything. And Larry's just like, so what is Howie around with? And Howie's just like, Zowie! Gotcha! Also, really he's described as wearing a vest, a black vest over his like white t-shirt as a 12-year-old boy. I'm just like, oh man, these fashions. Gotta love it.
So much fashion in these books.
And not good ones. It's just, I feel like this is just R.L. Stine's revenge against terrible children's fashions. It's just, I'm going to write down every outfit that my children wore so it will be just locked in stone to embarrass them. You wore this outfit to school. A vest. What are you doing?
That's got to be part of it. It does feel like he's resentful about the fashion choices
and children.
The way he writes them.
So anyway, Howie apparently always reads baseball books by this author who I'm assuming might actually be a real baseball children's author or something. And Howie's just like, if you like baseball, and Larry had already said, like, he always starts them, if you like baseball, because it's always the same book by the same author every single time, which sounds like the teacher's not doing her job.
Right.
But Larry's turn comes up. He's going up to the front of the class, and Howie's grinning real big at him, which is a bit of leisure domain, so a little bit of sleight of hand here, because while he's looking at Howie's face, Larry doesn't see his foot blocking the way, and Larry slams into Howie's foot, hits the ground, and he's just like, oh, motherfucker, that's embarrassing. But as he's getting to his feet, he notices, this is on the back of both of his hands, his thick, black, pubic hair. Bum, bum, bum.
Man, he does stop shy of just saying pubic hair in the book. But he's he's been knocked down on the ground. He's trying to get up. Miss Schindling asks if he's hurt. He's fine, but he does try to hide his fur-covered hands in his pockets and just walks out of the classroom. Just got to get out of there. And as he's moving toward the door, he's like, listen, I'm fine. I'll be back. And just leaves with his hand shoved into his pockets, which suspicious as hell.
You can tell he's not a liar by nature, because he had a perfect, he'd be like, oh, I just knocked out my teeth, bye, and just run off to the nurse's office or whatever. Like, he should have folded the trip into why he left the room. Let there be a lesson to you, all those listeners.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Listen to Dylan. That's a good way to play hooky there. But now he's outside of the empty hall, looks both ways, no one's coming. Pulls his hands out of his pockets, looks at him. Yep. Thick hair, 1 inch long now. It's longer than before. Backs of his hands and his palms, both sides hairy. Clumps of hair between his fingers.
Just imagine, like,
it's like when you get glue between your fingers and you try to pull it apart. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Now he panics. He's like, fuck it, I'm just going to run home, which was the thought that would have crossed my mind, too. I don't blame Larry for this. He's like, I just got to get the fuck out of here. I'm just going to run home. And he's like, actually, I just told Miss Schindling I would be right back. She's expecting me to return. I got to go back soon, or else they're going to come looking for me. But then he looks up, and Mr. Fosberg, the school principal, standing there carrying a stack of textbooks, and he stares in shock at Hairy Larry's hairy hands. Bum, bum, busted.
Is it too cold, Larry? Should I turn up the furnace? Mr. Fosberg, and that's his voice, because this is the only thing he says in the whole book, so take that, Travis. Thought he was wearing gloves, and he was all chilly and shit. So Fosberg is just like, all right, I'm gonna talk to the janitor about making it hotter in here. And Larry's like, oh, you know what would be a good idea? Gloves. So he jiggles on over to his locker, puts on 2 leather gloves. And my hands I just spontaneously started sweating. Right now. So he goes back to class, gives his book report, because if you remember, he fled the room.
Right. They're expecting him to come back and start that book report. It was his turn, actually, when he left.
Yeah. So Lily's giving her book report while he dipped for a couple of minutes with no explanation, which wouldn't have flown in my school, but I'm sure the teacher's just like, oh, shit, this happened on my watch. That's going to be a report to write up. I hope that little shit's okay. Larry goes up, wearing gloves. Everyone's just like, the fuck is wrong with him now? Jesus. But now they're trying to think there's like something dangerous wrong about him, because I feel like they don't like make fun of him about this. They're just like, is he gonna go on a stabbing spree? What's this? But also the book he is talking about is a book by Bruce Coville, who was an author at the time, who wrote like science fiction books aimed at children. It was basically like a same age range as like for Goosebumps. He did like my Teacher's an Alien, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah, good. He even he did a book. He edited an anthology of science fiction stories from like from like over decades or whatever that he thought kids would enjoy and stuff, from people like Bradbury and people like
Right.
that. So that's cool too. That was a book I read a lot as a kid. But, yeah.
So when did these come out?
Like
I guess
around
these
the
would
same time.
predate.
Yeah.
Oh, around the same time. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, he was still writing them, I think, through the 90s, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Anyway. His book report goes well. And as he's after school, he's trying to get home because he needs to shave his hands again, which is, man, not a phrase I thought I'd have to say ever again. But there was a time in my life I was saying that every 20, 30 minutes.
It's like, it's a real what if, like, one of those, would you rather do this or would you rather have to shave your hands every day? I don't even know what the other thing could be to match it. Like, that's so, like, no thanks on having to shave my hands every day. We just dip them in acid.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that would be maybe equal.
Yeah, not. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Would you rather have hands that grow hair every day that you have to shave every morning? And we'll say it's like the thickness of like your facial hair.
Okay.
Or get a tremendous nosebleed once randomly through the week. You don't know when. Could happen during work. Could happen making love to a lady. But at least a 10-minute gusher. Just out of nowhere. It's streaming. So one of them is going to be a pain in the ass, but you could prepare for. The other one's going to be a pain in the ass. Happens less frequently, but could be just the most embarrassing.
I feel like I still got to go with the nosebleed.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think it'd just be easy to, as soon as I got one, I'd be like, all right, I'm good for this week. Just shove gauze in my face or maybe I could use it to my advantage. Maybe I could,
the one time it happens at work, be like, oh, it's because we were at this kind of meeting. Oh, I'm allergic. Sorry.
Or it could be like, yeah, you should see the other guy. Yeah.
The other guy whose face just spontaneously started bleeding. You're assuming that you'll like, oh shit, you're out for a dog walk, and then you'll come back into the house and be like, I just killed a man for punching me in the face.
Yeah, how do you believe I stood up for our family? There's a guy. He came over to our house and he was like, hey, your mail's been ending up in my mailbox, and I punched him right in the face.
He
didn't really deserve it, though. Actually, he was doing us a favor bringing our mail over, but I got nervous.
Yeah, that sounds pretty rough. But as he's running back home to shave his hands, because that's where we're at, because his hands are all hot and sweaty and gross, Lily catches up to him, and she's just like, hey, where are you fucking going? We got band practice. And he's like, shit. Oh, I can't go. I have sick. I have sick. Bye. And he books it. And Lily's just like, what the fuck? This Larry kid shitting everywhere at school. Like, I was in the bathroom for like 20 minutes. Home.
Came out with gloves.
Yeah. It's like, don't ask. Once he gets home, his mom's just like, hey, band practice. Why the fuck you home so early? I could have been diddling myself and you just walked in on me. This is my time, you little shit. God, I wish I hadn't had a son. But he's like, no band practice. I've got too much homework. And then he bursts into tears, basically. Like a giant girl, and just tells his mom everything. He's all like, Mom, you won't believe this. I'm not going to do this whole thing like that. That's ridiculous. Mom, you won't believe this. I started in a tiny choked voice. Mom, you won't believe this. I started in a tiny... You fucker. Why are you laughing?
No, the restart got me because I was like, he's going to go for his tiny choke voice. There it is. It just made me laugh.
Hold on.
It just got me.
Mom, you won't believe this. I started in a tiny, choked voice. I'm growing hair, Mom. Really? I'm sorry, this is literally just puberty.
I know.
Mom, you won't believe this. I started in a tiny, choked voice. I'm growing hair, Mom. Really gross black hair on my hands. You see, my friends and I, we found this old bottle of tanning lotion. And I know it's really stupid, but we all poured it on ourselves. I've rubbed it all over my face and hands and neck. And now I'm growing hair, Mom. In school today, I looked down and both of my hands were covered in black hair. I'm so embarrassed and I'm scared too. I'm really scared. I was breathing hard as I finished the story. I'd been staring down at the floor as I told it, but now I raised my eyes to see my mom's reaction. What would she say? Could she help me? Bum, bum, bum.
Well, let's see. We finally got a Goosebumps kid to talk to his parents for once. What's his mom going to do? She going to step in? She going to shave her boy? She going to seek him some help, the help he needs? Is she going to get a class action lawsuit against INSTA-TAN? Right now I'm doing the podcast. I got something in my eye. I have to hold my eye shut. I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm cool. Powering through. I look like a pirate right now. I'm sorry.
I believe you.
Turns out though, Mom, buddy, she just wasn't listening. Dude, she had a phone pressed to her ear the whole time, concentrating on a different conversation.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say something really rude.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe it either. An old frustrated Larry. Larry, you can only be so frustrated. Phones in 1994 were massive. You should have been able to see that motherfucker from 40 feet. But it is kind of shitty. You got that off your chest. She wasn't listening. So frustrated Larry goes upstairs, picks up his cat. Cat, not excited that Larry also now has paws. Cat was a little put off by that. He decides, he feels guilty, I guess, that the cat doesn't love him. He's like, oh shit, I guess I'll go shave him. So he goes and shaves his hands again with Dad's shaving stuff, which is wild to me. I'm so glad that I didn't have a boy that can steal my shaving gear. But,
never mind. I don't want to put that in your head anyway. I'm also thinking, like, how carefully is he cleaning out that razor? Because, like, I'm fucking lazy with mine. And, like, but even if I do give it a good rinse under there, there's still a disgusting amount of hair.
Yeah, and he's shaving, like, it's not so much about the razor to me. If you're shaving inch-long hair off both sides of your hand, it's getting all over the sink. It's getting in the sink trap. It's got to go somewhere.
And he should be cutting it first too. And like obviously there's no electric razor there because like you don't want to take a razor to like a full beard.
Right. Yeah, you're just hacking at it.
Ugh. This is the worst story because I can relate to it still. Like it's just making me upset.
Yeah, it's wild. So he shaves his hands again with his dad's stuff, which triggers me more than anything else in this book.
Apparently.
Has to get in between his fingers, too, which really bothered me. Just a little finger webbing. I imagined cutting that on accident a lot while reading this. He describes the hair as thick, bristly hair. He actually cut himself twice, trying to get it all off his palm. And I want to read a little bit here. Page 52. The next morning, I awoke before Mom and Dad. Most mornings, I lie in bed and wait for Mom to shout that it's time to get up. But this morning, I jumped out of bed, turned on all the lights, and stepped up to my dresser mirror. Would I find new hair? I like that. Would I find new hair today? I held up my hands and checked them out first. My eyes were still heavy from sleep, but I could see clearly that the hair had not grown back. Yes! I cried happily. The razor cuts on my right hand still hurt, but I didn't care. Both hands were smooth and hairless. I turned them over and gazed at them for a long while. I was so glad they looked normal. I had dreamed about hair during the night. It had started out as spaghetti. In the dream, I was sitting in the kitchen, starting to eat a big plate of spaghetti. But as I started to twirl the noodles on my fork, they instantly turned to hair. Long, black hairs. I was twirling long, black hairs onto my fork. The plate was piled high with long strands of black hair. Then I raised the forkful of hair to my mouth. I opened my mouth. I brought the hairy fork up closer, closer. Then I woke up. Thank God, Larry. Jesus Christ. Then he had trouble going.
Just a mouthful of hair.
Just a mouthful of hair, just chewing through the hair, sucking all the flavor out of it while he chews it. He had trouble going back to sleep after that. Wonder why? And the next morning, thank God, no hair. Okay, felt good. You shave it twice, it'll stay gone. I've read that somewhere.
He ate it in his sleep, and it's just in his stomach.
Oh, gross, dude. Yeah, he's just making hair sharts. But he felt good enough to go to school. He felt confident.
It's just a little confetti party in his pants, just whenever he farts. But it's hair.
I hate it. I hate that this boy just expels clumps of blood and fur now. But he felt good enough to go to school. He was like, I'm going to keep those gloves handy, though, just in case. And then on his way to school, he gets confronted by a pack of angry dogs again. Dumb, dumb, dumb.
So Larry books it like you're supposed to when dogs chase you. Yep. And he runs across streets, cars are swerving. Also, there was a moment later where I thought one of the dogs would get hit by a car. And it's just like, oh my God. It's like, or else, no. Like, around chapter 22 or so, around that area. But you just never know with him. But he bumps into Jared and Lily, and they help him scare the dogs away. And then Jared starts laughing because he's like, that dog over there, he looks just like Mandy. And it's like, Jared, why are you talking like that?
Or Mandy.
I said Manny.
Oh, I thought you said Mandy. I'm sorry.
I said, I'm not going to argue about this because it's on record. We'll find out next week. Not next week. This week. I'll find out when. Anyway, one of the dogs looks like Manny. It's got black fur, dark, soulful eyes, and it's like, Larry, I'm a dog. Help me. Ruff, ruff. And it has hands instead of paws. On all four legs is the weird thing. It's hands. It's all hands and dark curly hair and soulful eyes, and it talks like a weird boy. But everyone laughs. It's a good joke. It does look like Manny. If you remember, the kids saw a dog that looked like Manny. I realize I divert so far from the main subject sometimes that not only do I not know where we are, the people listening are probably like, what book is this? Are we learning about dogs? Cats? Anyway, Jared and Lily are like, why the dogs keep chasing you, buddy? And Larry's just like, how the fuck should I know? Jesus. Maybe it's because you run, Larry. I'm going to be honest with you. That's probably it, because your other friends don't. They just stand there, and then the dogs stop. I think the dogs approach Larry. Larry's like, oh, shit! And then books it, and then they chase him because they think he's a prey animal, and they can bring him down and eat him.
Yeah, or they just want to play with him, maybe.
Or they just want to fucking play, whatever. They never really explain the dog thing. But
yeah, not really. Yeah.
He thinks it's because they smell his cat Jasper, and that's why they want to murder him, but that's stupid. So at band practice, which if you guys remember, that's where they're all walking to, so of course they eventually get to band practice. While they're at band practice, Larry brings up the INSTA-TAN. He's trying to figure out if anyone else got hair on them without mentioning the hair thing. And everyone else is just like, nah. His garbage is useless. It was expired. Stop bringing up the spray tan, man. Like, it didn't work. Didn't work. Come on. Let it go. It's not like you're growing hair in strange places, are you, Hairy Larry? And he assumes that if they were growing hair, they would have mentioned it. Because obviously he's running out to mention it to them. Except he's not. So clearly they wouldn't mention it to him because no one wants to talk about strange body hair to their friends. Unless you're really good friends and you're both drunk and you're like sharing a bed together and you're like, hey, you want to see this strange hair? Anyway.
I wish that would happen to me.
After band practice, walking home, wind blows his hood off his head. Goes to pull it back over, but notices there's thick, bristly hair growing from the back of his neck, that doesn't happen in puberty. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, dude, I definitely didn't get my patch of neck fur until I was much older. It's actually coming in thick now.
That's a 30 puberty. Yeah, puberty 30 or third.
Yeah, it's hard to say puberty 30. I hear you. But it was just a scarf there on his neck because he reached up and was like, "What? Oh, okay, thank God. It's just my scarf." Now his friends are wondering why he's acting weird about his neck because he's reached up really fast and was rubbing it all weird and looked freaked out. And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, it's my scarf. It's just a little too tight, kind of itchy." And they're like, "Oh, okay, whatever, fucking weirdo." But then they get inside, and once in there, he runs to the restroom real quick to check himself over, make sure he's got no hair anywhere, which is the stress. I feel a little secondhand stress from Larry here.
Oh yeah, it's like the zit thing or what? I mean, it's just fucking puberty. This whole book is fucking puberty with a really sad ending.
Well, sad's a word for it. But no extra hair anywhere, thank God. He's in good shape. So he goes into Schindlink's class, gets his history term paper back. He made a good grade. But when he gets it handed back to him from the teacher, he sees there's a hair on it. He's like, was that my hair? Or was that Miss Schindling's?
Because she has real thick, dark, black hairs poking out from under her skirt all the time.
Either way, our guys...
It's just like how you're like, ugh, Dylan, stop. Skirt? Really? Come on. What? How does it even work? How long is it, Dylan? How short is that skirt? Come on. Bring me something I can use.
It's like an inner skirt. Anyway, he's growing. I wish I hadn't tried to fix it. He's growing. He's growing paranoid now. This is what I've been trying to say there for a while. He's growing paranoid about the hair. And next is gym class. Oh, thank God. Now, Larry's excited about gym class, but for a boy that's growing...
Nothing's more exciting than puberty in gym class.
I know. For a boy that's growing with just wild patches of hair at an unrelenting pace.
And not in the spaces you want. He's like pulling down his underwear. He's like, nothing. Chest, nothing. Knees. Oh, sorry. Spoiler.
Yeah, and of course, they're playing basketball in gym class. Coach has them change into their shorts and T-shirts, and so they go into the locker room. Howie's in there up to no good with some other boys in there roughhousing, horsing around, goofing, kind of being jocks and bullies. In other words, this is not a good environment for Larry to discover just a wild patch of body hair with other boys around that would make fun of him. But he goes to change into his shorts, and... nightmares come true. He notices big, thick clumps of fur on his knees. Dum, dum, dum.
So we do a little flash forward the bums and skip the basketball game and cut right to Jared being like, hey, Larry, why were you wearing jeans in the gym? Larry's just like, I was cold. It was really cold inside a gymnasium while I was playing basketball. In jeans.
Yeah, I've seen Top Gun. Tom Cruise wore jeans the whole time they played volleyball. It's not out of the question.
They were cutoffs, though, weren't they?
No, they were full pantaloons.
Full? Oh, man, that's a brave man on a beach.
I guess. Yeah.
Or stupid man. I mean, one of the two. But Jared's just like, hey, man, you made that three-pointer, though, so maybe you should wear jeans No, the coach actually said that. The coach said, they're just like, yeah, sure, wear jeans all the time because you make a three-pointer. There. So he runs home, shaves his knees, which is, again, a sentence I never thought I'd say ever again. But then he's just like, I didn't even put INSTA-TAN there.
Yeah.
This stuff is really powerful. Like, I love how that's his, like, it's got to be the INSTA-TAN still. It's just in my bloodstream. It's like, that's not probable.
Yeah, I mean, none of his friends have owned up to it. He's not seen any evidence other than Lily being weird that they could have been.
Yeah, and they're saying they don't have hair.
By the INSTA-TAN. They say they don't have hair.
And he knows it grows super fast, so technically, if he just watched their faces long enough, maybe it would sprout. But maybe it sprouts, like, on their knees or whatever. I don't know.
Right. So
There's no rhyme or reason to where it's sprouting.
The evidence is mounting to that it's not related to the INSTA-TAN and something else is going on, but he refuses to change his suspect.
It's true. So, goes to band practice with his newly shaved knees, which he said are red and sore, which, oh God, shaving your knees. Imagine getting like a fine cut, like a razor cut just across your kneecap. Just a fine. Oh, and then every time you bend your knee, you reopen the cut.
I'm sure the ladies can attest to some of this, the leg shaving thing. I bet that it has its
I love how it's just like, could you imagine just the horror of shaving your knees? And it's just meanwhile, like, yeah, there's a lot of people who do that. Yeah. I mean, I don't think knees are the hairiest because I've got pretty hairy legs, and my knees are the least hairy.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, look at these galoots. Like, you know, yeah, right. Anyway, so it goes to band practice. Manny's not there, the little fuck. Like, I'm so fucking sick of his attitude about the band. Like, we've been working on the Geeks for months now, and his commitment just hasn't been there since day one. I know you're friends with him. But, like, we need to cut our losses. We already have 3 guitars.
That's reasonable. I'm glad you're in the band, Dylan. You should have been leading the band the whole time.
They're just like, I guess he's sick. That piece of garbage. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, I heard news that Howie's dad got him a new synthesizer, which actually, if you think about it, like, all Howie has to do is fucking press a button and then just pretend. Look at me play these drums. Ooh.
It's true, man. I hate it.
It's real scary. Keep these drums consistent. Anyway, then they're just like, well, there's no fucking point practicing if Manny's not here, our 3rd guitar. Do you think he was like 1st, 2nd, or 3rd string?
That's what you did there. Very good. Very good.
But seriously, 3 guitars is a lot of guitars.
So, what are they, like, freaking Lynyrd Skynyrd?
Even Spinal Tap only had 2 lead guitarists. Like, that's... Anyway, since they can't practice without Manny, Lil and Larry are just like, you know what? Let's go to his house and find out what the fuck's wrong with him. Goddamn hoser.
Get him.
So they go to his house. No one seems to be home. Larry's peeking through the windows. Goosebumps kids have no sense of, like, boundaries whatsoever. They're just breaking into people's homes, looking through windows like little fucking voyeurs. Like, I don't like it.
Dude, I got to tell you, the neighbor boy, he's a day older than my daughter, and they're just now getting to where they're playing together because they go to school together now. And he gets excited when he sees that we're home, and he'll come over to my yard and peek through our front door. And then when I look over, because I'm like, did I just see something in my front door? He sees me looking at him, and he sprints out of our yard. It's kind of funny, but now I'm shooting him like gruff dad looks, because I don't like him peeking into my house. Or me and my daughter here. You know what I mean?
That is funny, though, that he does. He's just like, ah! And he runs away like a rabbit or something. It's just like if you open your front lawn and saw like a white-tailed deer. It's just like, oh, shit. And just like shits and runs. Like,
it's cute, but I don't want to like encourage the behavior. So I kind of give him a look like, hey, get out of here, you little shit.
You know what you should do is just take a tin can and fill it with coins and then shake it out the next time you see. Or the next time he runs away from your yard, immediately strip down to your undershorts, grab a meat cleaver, and come running out through your yard, and his parents will make sure that he never comes back.
We've been curious whether or not our neighbors own guns, and that might be a surefire way to find out.
Anyway. Door's open. So Larry's just like, I'm going to break into this fucking house because the door's open. So that means finders keepers or whatever. Kicks open the door, pokes around inside, gets in the living room, and what he sees, motherfucker can't even speak.
He can't, dude. He can't speak because there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing in there. It's an empty living room. There's no furniture. There's not even carpet. They up and took the fucking carpet, which I've never. That usually conveys. You can leave it. But if Manny and his fam had moved, dude, why hadn't Manny told them? Weren't they tight enough for Manny to be like, oh, by the way, same week we got Battle of the Bands. Yeah, me and the folks are moving out to Kalamazoo. So I'm going to be missing the Battle of the Bands. Should probably either find a replacement for me or just not have 3 guitarists.
Yeah. Could you imagine if they put up a sign that was like, wanted, need new guitarist?
Yeah, need third
like,
guitarist.
The third guitarist walks in and she's like, wait, there's already 2. Are you guys also auditioning? No, you're the guitarists that are already in the band. And you, okay. I would love to see or hear a 3-guitar band now, like an electric guitar band, not just like a mariachi band, I guess, which is what that could be. It's just 3 guys playing acoustic guitars.
I think it is like Lynyrd Skynyrd. I think they had like 3 guys on guitar. That's why Freebird is like 30 minutes of solos.
Guitars?
I don't know. We'll find out.
That was the best way to search for it. Anyway, bum. You're supposed to be doing your thing while I'm Googling.
Yeah,
loudly.
I'm working on it, man. So, what made Manny and his family get out of the Dodge so quickly? Witness protection? We'll find out. Next morning, Larry, he goes jogging with his dad. He and his dad do a little thing where his dad's really into jogging. He gets decked out for it, really into it. And on Saturdays, he lets Larry jog with him because that's a day that his dad takes it slow. Let's Lair Bear keep up a little bit, and good bonding time. And he decides on this run to tell his dad, it'll just be him and Dad out there together. He's going to tell his dad everything about the hair and the INSTA-TAN. This would be a good opportunity to do it. So he works up the courage, tells his dad everything, comes out with it. Dad listens. He wasn't on the phone or anything like that. He actually takes it in, and he can see his dad's face growing with concern. And in my mind, it's just the dad dreading a conversation he has to have with his son about puberty. He's like, fuck. His dad's like, you what now? You getting hair on your what's it, your doodle? Okay, all right. Oh, you think it was the INSTA-TAN? All right, Larry, listen, we've got to go, bud. We've got to go. Get in the truck. Go where, Dad? Where are we going? Where are you taking me? Just get in the truck, Larry. We got to go. Bum, bum, bum.
So Dr. Merkin is giving him a shot and giving the same old bullshit about like, this won't hurt. Also, Dr. Merkin has to be a fucking reference. There's no way there's not the name of a pubic wig in a book about hair and it's an accident.
Yeah,
I know it's not spelled right.
It's like I avoided thinking about that while I read it because part of me is always like, no way, R.L. Stein's untouchable. He wouldn't do that. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no, he fucking would do that.
How many times do you think when they're asking like, so give us some fun trivia about the book, he's just sitting there seething because he can't be like, well, I named this one doctor after a pubic wig.
Seething about it. I love that shit. Yeah, I wonder if anyone's ever asked him that at a con. So like, Mr. Stein, Dr. Merkin. He's like, nope, next question. And he's like, you're not going to get me on this one. This one goes on the gravestone.
Yes, it was a pubic wig. That's all it says. R.L. Stein. No dates. Just underneath R.L. Stein. Pubic wig.
Yep.
So anyway, Larry's like, all right, I thank you for my sweatshot, but what about the hair? And Merkin's just like, goddamn. Says, no. That's not what tan lotion does. It affects pigmentation or whatever the fuck. That's not how it works. And Merkin is like, you're super healthy. I checked you over head to toe. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about hair. Probably won't come back. I don't fucking know. Dad's relieved. Larry, it's kind of like this is horse shit. What do you do exactly? Like, what? I got my sweatshot and then nothing. I'm growing hair in weird spots and Dr. Merkin over there, whose name sounds a little suspicious to me, Dad. I'm just saying. Putting that out there. But, what the fuck? Dad's just like, hey, calm down. We're just gonna wait this out, see if we need a new son. So we cut to band practice. And it's just not the same without Manny, without the screech of 3 electric guitars played by 12-year-olds who are hyperactive and insane and believe they're turning into dogs. Spoilers. But no one... And this is a little haunting, too, because they talk to, like, friends who knew Manny too. Also, they asked around. They asked like friends of the parents apparently, and they're just like, we don't know what happened. He's just missing. He's just gone. They're all just gone forever. But Larry's, he has to admit it does sound better with only 2 guitars. Lily's voice sucks and has no strength. Lily's voice sucks and has no strength behind it. I feel like that's the sign of a good singer, is that your voice has power behind it. Like, that's part of being a good singer. Like, you're not just a good singer because you sound nice, but also because you can do it. Anyway, 3 guitars is a lot. 3 electric guitars is a lot. Maybe she could do 2. But after practice, he finally, you know what? I need to talk about this because Dr. Merkin is like, cover it up. Get it? As
Merkin part. Yeah.
Do you know what the purpose of a Merkin is? Because that was driving me crazy for years before. It's like, I should just Google it. Like,
no,
why would you need a pubic wig?
Yeah, why?
So there's a couple of reasons. The ones I only really remember have to do with Hollywood. But say you have an actress who shaves normally, or an actor, I guess, either, whatever, and they want to do a nude scene. Maybe they won't want to be quite so exposed as you would be hairless down there. So you get a Merkin. So,
Merkin for the... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's actually for modesty.
Get out of here.
I mean, as guys, we don't really get that. That doesn't help us. It would just look like putting a bad toupee on top of her genitals.
Right.
And they're still out and frisky free. They're just like, hey, I'm a little envious that women can just hide their shame with a patch of hair.
I have never Googled Merkin. I just did and didn't realize I had cap locks on and was kind of doing it without looking. And I looked over and I've just screamed Merkin into Google.
It's like someone who doesn't get that the Uber Patriots are shouting like America and think that they're shouting Merkin. Like, I'm into Merkins. Where the fuck were we? Anyway. But he's like, so after band practice is over, and he smartly waits till it's over instead of a whole awkward practice session where he asks at the beginning. So at the end, he's just like, hey, so seriously, you guys been growing strange patches of hair, and I'm not just talking about puberty. And immediately, Jared and Christina are just like, you fucking hairball motherfucker. Harry Larry, not so scary now. And they just beat the shit out of him verbally and with laughter.
Yeah, they mock our guy pretty bad.
Lily's just like, she's off in the corner, just like, putting away her guitar. Except she's the singer, but she's putting away her guitar too. She brings a guitar just in case
they have 4 guitars, but only 3 of them play. Yeah.
Exactly. And she's just not saying shit, which just sounds like to me like someone's finding hair in some strange places. Anyway. But Larry's just like, just kidding. I don't actually have hair. I was just seeing if you guys were gross and not hairy. But after Lily leaves, he like falls after her and he's just like, hey, you getting that hair? And Lily's just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Which is yes. Larry, you dumb fuck. When someone's just like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I can't even look you in the face. Bye.
Yeah.
Bro, she's got hair in places you don't even believe. Inside of her elbow. Like, just right in this spot, right? Just a thick patch. So every time you like close it. The back of her knees. Between her toes. Thick little bushes. Boop, boop. Yeah, they never talk about, like, what if he had just grown the hair where his normal hair is? What the fuck is he going to do about that? He's got these spikes of gross black hair coming out of his normal hair, and he's just like, shave it all?
Shave it all? What would you do? Just a hat? I guess you'd get away with a hat. I don't know. Raiders hat? That seems to be popular in this town.
Speaking of hair growing on his head, on the way home, goes to adjust his hat to fit tighter in the wind, but discovers his forehead is covered in thick, black fur. Bum, bum, bum.
then that's not where you want it. And at home, he's like, all right, well, maybe
a giant unibrow.
Yeah, I mean,
or
I
is
feel
it like this whole forehead?
I
Is
think
just
it's the forehead. I think it's the whole patch. Yeah, I think you get away with a bit of a unibrow, but when you get like a forehead rug, that's just rough, dude. But he's like, well, maybe this is my chance. I'll show this to mom and dad and be like, yo, check this out. This will convince you, right? So he runs home with his hairy forehead, and his parents aren't home. They left a note saying they'd gone shopping, so it's just him and his hairy forehead there at the house, and he realizes, I don't really want to keep my hairy forehead longer than I need to. I'm going to go shave off my hairy forehead. I'm going to shave off the proof. Can't stand it anymore. So he does that. And then he decides, you know what I got to do, man? I got to go find that INSTA-TAN bottle. I feel like if I find the INSTA-TAN bottle, I'll take that to Dr. Merkin. He's a scientist. Merkin, he could do tests on it. He's not a scientist, he's a doctor, but they're into science. He could probably run some tests on it. Find out what's in it, that's causing the hair to grow, and then he can give me a cure. It's a very naive outlook for my kid to think I could just take this to a doctor. They could just whoopity boop do some chemistry.
It's a good thought process, at least. I'll give him that.
It's something, yeah. So he leaves a note for his parents that he's heading out.
I'm going to jump in here and waste more time. It is interesting that Dr. Merkin never said, "I don't believe that you didn't have hair." Like he said, he basically just we'll see if it comes back. And his dad didn't react like he didn't believe him. He took him to the doctor immediately. Yeah. So Larry's not paying attention, but they do believe him. He doesn't need to give them proof. They're just telling him, you're a little cocksucker. Wait, they didn't say that at all. I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Yeah, you're right. No, they do believe him. That's a good point. I guess his friction is that they're not doing enough about it. He thinks that they don't believe him, that they're just no, you did the notes right, but he's in that mode of just if they really believed me, they'd cut me open and see what's wrong with me, but clearly they don't.
Right.
They're just patting me on the head.
So he's got to go find that INSTA-TAN bottle. Leaves a note for his parents. And he remembers, if you recall at the very beginning of the episode, they had played with the bottle, or I say played with the bottle, but they had used the bottle when they were over at Lily's house. And then he thinks then I think I tossed it in a dumpster or something like that. So he goes back over there to see, and you see Lily's house there, and he's kind of sneaking around the side of the house, looking around for this bottle, and looking for the dumpster specifically that he thinks the bottle was thrown into. I don't even know how much time has passed. Come on, kid. Dumpsters get emptied from time to time. It's not going to stay there for very long. But he looks around. Dumpster's gone. So that's out of the question.
In a worse G-bumper, this would be a dun-dun-dun.
Right. Good point.
It would be a dumpster. I'm on fire tonight with the stupid jokes. Oh, shit.
Fucking incredible from you tonight. Unbelievable. You're like a real Larry Boyd at this. All right.
I just did so much cocaine. Let's go.
Okay. So, well, shit, the dumpster's gone. Wait, if I think back. Nah, I didn't throw it in the dumpster. We tossed it in the woods afterward. We had that snowball fight, and I chucked it over in the woods. He goes over shuffling in the nearby woods there, looking around for that bottle of INSTA-TAN. It's an orange bottle. It should stick out. But then suddenly, he hears the crackling of twigs and realizes out here in these woods, he's not alone. Bum, bum, bum.
It's a dog.
Oh, shit.
A tall, brown dog. Panting. Looks alone. Not dangerous. Not yet. Larry finds the bottle. Checks to see if there's anything left to test. He's worried. Did he use the last of it? And then the dog whimpers. Larry looks up. Decides it's not worth it. Needs to get out of here before the others come. Then they do. All of them. 5 dogs. 20 dogs. 1,000 dogs. The woods are filled with howls. So he's a little spooked. Tries to run. Trips. Drops the bottle. This is when I finally realized in the book that I had ignored every time it said bottle and just imagined a shaving cream canister, basically. And so when it dropped and shattered, it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
stupid.
Yeah, I thought it was just a plastic king. Yeah. And to be clear, we're dealing with about a dozen dogs here, not 1,000. I just wanted to paint a clear picture.
So it shatters on the rock. Goo gets everywhere. Dogs are just like, rabbit, take off. And Larry, which leads more credence to my theory, is the problem was Larry running.
Right.
The moment they see a target that runs, they went after it. They were like, I'm going to go, hey guys, do you want to go fuck that rabbit? Let's go fuck that rabbit.
Dude, you fucking pre-spackled that. I've never seen you pre-spackle. That's very good.
I mean, I did read the book before we did the podcast, so it's
that is true. Yeah. No, that's good.
I mean, I didn't really remember this part either. But now Larry's just like, fuck, where's my INSTA-TAN? No INSTA-TAN left. So he goes back home, super sad. He's playing guitar. I think he's even playing the blues. I think he says he's playing like some blues melody. And he's just sitting there, just like singing them sad old blues song. He's at the crossroad, you know. Why is it whenever I need to think of an example of anything, I just, you know, that one thing I can think of at the top of my head?
Gone.
Crossroad? I don't even know if that's a song. So anyway, he's missing notes, and he realizes his hands are covered in hair, and his arms. Goes to run to the mirror because he's like, shit and shinola. Checks in the mirror. Face is fucking covered. Puberty is taking over his whole body now. Bum, bum, bum.
That's no good.
I mean, you want puberty everywhere. You don't want just parts of you to have puberty. That'd
true.
Fucking, like,
that is true. But I wish
like if it didn't ever catch up. What if your penis never caught up and it's just the tiny little boy penis, but the rest of you is like...
Wait, yours grew with the rest of you? Oh, weird.
Yeah. Okay.
I got my big boy cock when I was 4. I don't know about you.
It drags.
Anyway, so now at school, he's wearing long sleeves now to hide that arm and back of the hand.
He's shaved. I'm assuming he shaved everything off, but I think he's just wearing that so that if it happens
just in case,
again,
yeah. It's a good call. He's got a hat, wearing a hat to hide hair on his head. And he wants to talk to Lily about it. He's decided it's time to come clean. He's got to get some answers from her. She's got to be hiding something. But turns out she's not around today. So he runs into Howie and Marissa, their nemesis in this here book. And they say, hey, guess what, dude? They're basically always bragging about how good they are. And they're like, yeah, our uncle said he can get us on Star Search. Just so you know that, because we're that good. But anyway, see you guys at Battle of the Bands tomorrow. And he's like, Jesus Christ, do they ever just give up? And so on his way home from school that day, he sees a dog. It's a Cocker Spaniel. And you'd never seen this Cocker Spaniel in the neighborhood before. And it brushes up against his legs for attention. And he's like, well, hey there, what's going on there, little doggy? And the little doggy follows him home. And his mom sees the dog. And they're both like, it is a pretty dog. It's bound to belong to somebody. And says, I don't know. I don't think there's an owner on it. Let me see if it's got an owner on the tag or something. Larry looks at the tag. And it's actually not a dog tag. It's Lily's necklace with the gold pirate coin from earlier in the book. Uh-oh. Dum.
So Larry's a little freaked out, but his mom is just like, Larry, what the fuck, man? Like, come on. She clearly put it on the dog. I don't know why she'd do that since her grandfather gave it to her. And Larry's just like, oh, yeah. Jeez. What's going on? I must got suntan brain on... Shit. I must brain on the suntan. Shit. While Larry's trying to figure that out, he goes down to pet the dog and notices that it has one green eye and one blue eye. Just like Lily. Heterochromatic, I think is what that's called. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, and you would think, like, based on what we know about the end of this book, his mom would be like, oh, shit, this is a problem.
She already knows. She's got to already know.
I know.
Like, Lily's parents must have been like, hey, just so you know, bark, bark, woof, woof, we're gotta go.
But would you still
Like, I bet
let
they got a
him...
code word that's super obnoxious. They're just like, hey, she's not housebroken anymore.
Right. Then they old yellered them out behind the shed.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been nicer.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just feel like if I knew that my son had a chance of regressing back into a dog, I might not let him go be in the Battle of the Bands on the stage. I don't know. I don't know. She seemed to just be pretty flippant. Anyway, Larry, now...
These are the kind of people that think this is a good solution for whatever problem that they have. So, come on. Give them a grain of salt. They're obviously stupid people.
Very true. All right. You've convinced me. Well, Larry runs to Lily's house because he's like, there's no way that could be dog Lily. I want to go see real Lily just to settle my nerves. And he gets there just in time, to see Lily's parents, known as the Vaughns, Lily Vaughn and her parents. Lily's not around, but the Vaughns, her parents, are loading their blue Chevy, which is a detail R.L. Stine wanted to throw out there, throwing their suitcases into the trunk of a blue Chevy. And Larry's like, hey guys, you going on vacation? And Miss Vaughn says, no, they're going away. Just very terse. And Larry's like, well, where's Lily? And Miss Vaughn frowns, but she doesn't answer. Mrs. Vaughn tells Larry, you must have the wrong house, Larry. There is no one named Lily here. Bum, bum, bum? That's weird.
For some reason, I burst out laughing. Startled laughter. Frightened laughter. Mrs. Vaughn's sad expression cut my laughter short and sent a chill down my back. Seriously, like, my spine is such a... Is Lily? I started to say. Mrs. Vaughn grabbed my shoulder and squeezed it. She lowered her face close to mine. Listen to what I'm telling you, Larry, she said through gritted teeth. But, I sputtered. There is no Lily, she repeated, squeezing my shoulder hard. Just forget about her. She had tears in her eyes. Mr. Vaughn slammed the car trunk. I jumped out of Mrs. Vaughn's grasp, my heart pounding. You'd better go, Mr. Vaughn said firmly, coming over to join his wife. I took a step back. My legs felt weak and shaky. But, Lily, I started. You'd better go, Mr. Vaughn repeated. At the side of the garage, I spotted the red-brown dog. She whimpered sadly. Her head hung low. I whirled around and ran as fast as I could. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up. So Lily's dead.
Yeah. Parents are weird, dude.
Oh, that's real grim, though, right? Like, the parents?
They're writing her off.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah, it's creepy. Even if you don't know anything about, like, Lily or, like, the happenstance of this book, that whole interaction was really unsettling. I think that was pretty well done. Because all the parents are usually very loving of their own kids in these books. To have a parent turn cold toward the existence of their child is kind of like, ooh, that's weird territory.
And the fact that the dad just keeps saying, like, you'd better go.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You're reminding us of the daughter that we never had. You need to go.
You little fur-covered rascal, get out of here.
So Mom and Dad, they're acting real weird at dinner. Larry's just like, I think maybe they think I'm going loco. Because, you know, I was like, my friend Lily's a dog. And he's like, hey, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. So that convinces them. They're just like, okay, that's cool. That's great. So he goes to Jared and Christina's to tell them about Lily. Because they've actually lost someone who does something besides play a guitar. She's the singer. Yeah. So he's got to go tell them that, like, we're fucked for Battle of the Bands now. Everyone's bummed out. Christina, Jared. That's the band now, right?
Yeah, just the three of them.
Yeah. Because Lily and Manny are both dead.
Yeah, they're down to, well, I guess, what is Larry plays guitar too,
Guitar.
Right?
Yeah. So Larry's the guitar player. It's Larry, Manny, and Christina are guitar players. Jared's the synth player, right, and Lily was the singer. But now Christina, I feel like an insane fan of a band who's just recounting their insane history. And they're just like, oh my God, let me tell you about my two favorite bands. The Beatles, the Geeks. Now, everyone's disappointed, as I mentioned 20 minutes ago. And they're wondering, like, what are we going to fucking do? Larry, he doesn't want to mention his theory that she's a dog. I don't think we have to explain why he doesn't want to tell his friends that, especially after, like, guys, did you have weird hair? And like, you fucking asshole, hairy Larry. Are you so obsessed with hair that you just think about it all the time?
Yeah, he's
definitely not going to be like, by the way, I think Lily's a dog. Hairy Larry, this is going in a strange direction. Are you furry Larry now? I think Lily's a dog. Travis, it makes me so angry when you make a single mistake in the script.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I have there instead?
Christina.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
So Larry is just like, obviously, you want to quit the contest. There's no way we can win with 2 guitar players and a keyboardist. That's batshit. 3 guitars and a keyboardist. Also batshit, because I forgot that Lily... Anyway, but yeah, we can't do this. Everyone else is, no. We're going to do this. We're going to fucking do... By everyone else, I mean Christina. Christina's like, no, Jared, Larry, I don't know where your balls are. Oh, wait, yes, I do. I have them now, because we're going to fucking go to Battle of the Bands, battling the bands, and we're going to win, because I can sing too, motherfuckers. And they're just like, okay, that's sure, we'll do that. Okay. And they decide they'll do it. And not only that, they'll win it for Lily. Fuck you, Manny.
Fuck you, Manny.
Then, as they're getting ready to break up band practice, Christina notices something. Larry, what's that on your forehead? Bum, 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 bum.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Caught with a hairy forehead. Oh, that's no good. And then he rubs his forehead. Smooth forehead. Much like mine is. And my 5 head and my 6 head. All very smooth. You don't get hair until you get to about the 7th head up here. Then you get a little bit. But Larry, no hair on his forehead. And he looks in the mirror real quick. Spaghetti sauce. He must have been eating spaghetti with his face again. And Larry's trembling at this moment because Christina scared the fucking shit out of him. He thought he was going to have to deal with more ridicule about having a hairy forehead. So Christina asks, she's like, are you okay, dude? You look like you tried to eat spaghetti with your forehead again. And then she's worried that he's getting sick before the big show. She's like, we can't lose you. Then it'll just be me and Jared. And what are we, like fucking the White Stripes? Like, come on, we got to have you in there, bud.
Great band. I love that one song.
Yeah, Dead Leaves and some Grounds and stuff, dude. So then, cut to the Battle of the Bands.
Oh, but you really do need a good bass section for that.
Yeah, I gotta have a drummer at some point. Cut to the Battle of the Bands. Cut to the Battle of the Bands now, though. And this is what we've been building up to, dude. We've got the whole school in the auditorium to watch. This place is just chock full of people. It's time to shine. All right. Howie, he's smug as fuck. He's back there. He's got his new keyboard with him. He and Marissa are all dressed up. All right. They got cool, not necessarily like costumes, but they look stage ready. They got some nice get-ups. The geeks did not. In fact, Larry was like, kind of wish we thought to do anything. We just showed up in regular jeans and t-shirts. We look like schlubs. But whatever. You know, it's the grunge era. Feel it out. And then Howie and Marissa go out on stage. Absolutely crush it, dude. They played Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Good. And they sounded great. They looked great. They did some dance moves. They choreographed some dance moves. They were so good that, in fact, the crowd begged for an encore, ended up playing 2 more songs. Dude, Howie and Marissa, got to give them to it. Got to give it to them. They crushed. And now, you know, Howie and them, they walk back off stage. I think Howie shoots Larry a look like, follow that, you know, and Larry's like, well, man, we'll do our best. And they go out there and they start off. They're going to lead off with the Beatles. I Want to Hold Your Hand. I want to hold your hand. They want to start off with that one there.
There was a lot of children attempting to do accents while singing.
Oh, abs, I hope. Because the geeks here end up actually doing 2 British band songs. They do some Beatles and they do a Rolling Stones song that they don't specify the name of the Rolling Stones song, I don't believe. But I think Larry says, like, you know, we got off to a rough start, but we got to a groove. At the end, though, people it was kind of a polite applause. Like people were like, good job getting up there, but it was nothing raucous like Howie and Marissa got. They got an encore, like hooting and hollering crowd.
Oh, I bet people were like swaying in the aisles, just like
doing one of those like gospel like revival things in the aisle,
healing by Jesus, just up and down.
Really feeling the Lord. But to follow up that one, then they do, I guess each band got at least 2 songs. I'm not sure how it worked, but the Geeks do the Rolling Stones song here. And again, a rocky start, but then the crowd starts to get into a little bit. They start cheering loudly. Larry's feeling pretty good about it. He's like, okay, maybe we're not doing too bad. And he sees that the crowd's on their feet. And then he looks up, glances up, he sees that the kids in the crowd are pointing at him. And he's like, wait, what's going on? Wait, something's wrong. Like, we're okay right now, but we're not good enough to warrant this kind of reaction. What's happening? The cheers are actually a little too loud, and he hears a kid shout, "Great special effects!" And he's like, "What special effects are you talking about?" And then he kind of reflexively feels his face, and he's like, "Oh shit, it's covered in hair, just stiff, prickly hair, dude. His chin, his cheeks, his forehead." And now he realizes that the whole school now knows his horrible, embarrassing secret. Oh no, bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, so they win.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he just fucking
Crazy.
changes into a werewolf. I mean, I don't know what song they're playing. Like, I was trying to think of what Rolling Stones song would make sense for you to change, would just be furrier, even. Like Sympathy for the Devil, like Ruby Tuesday. Like, I don't think so. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Get off of my cloud? Like, maybe he's just like, I look like God, sort of. Like, won't you get off of my cloud? Anyway. But Larry felt more like a freak than a winner, which makes sense, because you won by dishonest means, Larry. Like, that's very fucked up. You didn't win because of the music, but because of the fucking gimmick? Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's time for them to go get their trophy, but Larry's just like, I can't. We didn't win for our art. We won for my fur. And he runs out of the back door and just runs home, still covered in fur. Like he didn't have a shave break. Like he's looking furry.
A shave break.
Yeah. So I'm going to describe it as run home. In the words of the author, R.L. Stein. Junior. Com. Close, open parentheses, jovial, Bob Stein, close parentheses. Penis. The houses and trees passed in a gray blur. As I turned up my driveway, I saw Mom and Dad back by the garage. They both turned to me, surprise on their faces. "Look at me!" I shrieked. "Look!" My voice burst out, hoarse and terrified. "Now do you believe me?" I'm sure I didn't blow out the mic that time. They gaped at me, their mouths wide open in shock and horror. I held my hands up so they could see my arms. "Do you see my face?" I wailed. "See my arms, my hands?" They both gasped. Mom grabbed Dad's hand. What? I don't know. Mom grabbed Dad's arms. Mom grabbed Dad's arm. I think it started to say hand and it turned to arms. Mom grabbed Dad's hand. God damn it.
I heard ass at first, then I heard hams. I'm loving it. Let Mom grab Dad all over.
Mom grabbed Dad's hand. Mom grabbed Dad's hand. Fuck. I don't know why. Mom, Dad grabs.
God damn
I
it.
shouldn't do that on purpose. I swear to Christ. Mom grabbed Dad hand. Mom grabbed Dad's arm. Mom grabbed Dad's arm. I'm gonna get this so it doesn't sound like Mom grabbed Dad's arm. "Now do you believe me?" I cried. "Now do you believe that the INSTA-TAN lotion makes hair grow?" I stood staring at them, my chest heaving, panting loudly, tears in my eyes. I stood waiting for them to say something. Finally, Mom broke the silence. "Larry, it isn't the tanning lotion, she said softly, holding tightly onto Dad. We tried to keep it from you, but we can't any longer. Huh? Keep what from me? I demanded. They exchanged glances. Mom let out a sob. Dad slipped his arm around me. It isn't the tanning lotion, Dad said in a trembling voice. Larry, you have to know the truth now. You're growing all that hair because you're not a human. You're a dog. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
oh, man,
pretty fucking intense. Like, Dad is just like, hey, you're a dog, buddy. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're going to live probably another year tops.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the whole time. Is he 12? For real? Because he's going to die.
Yeah, you're an old dog, son. It's time. Yeah. Mooch, you meet me up behind the shed. Turns out the whole town was an experiment. And Larry's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Boyd, now they're referred to, no longer his mom and dad, they explained to him what happened there. Apparently, Dr. Merkin is a scientist. He had found a way to change dogs into children, and those shots every 2 weeks is what helped keep him human. But eventually, apparently, it wears off, and then the kids become dogs again. And Dr. Merkin has now decided he's going to stop testing that serum from now on because it's too much pain for the families who have to give up their children to be dogs again. And that's his only concern, is just that people get a little sad. But I'll read the end of the book here for you. He says, this is Larry. He says, it was nice of the Boyds to explain to me what had happened. I felt so grateful. I licked their hands. Then I ran off to find Lily and show her that I was a dog, too. Lily and I roam around together all the time. Sometimes Manny joins us. There are so many dogs roaming around in this town. I guess they all were human for a while. I'm glad Dr. Merkin isn't using dogs for his tests anymore. Dogs should be dogs, in my humble opinion. Lily and I found some good dirt to sniff in the neighbor's flower garden. There aren't any flowers to dig up yet, but the dirt smells really great. Then I saw the Boyd's car roll up in the driveway. They'd been gone all afternoon. I went running up eagerly to the car, wagging my tail happily. I jumped up and barked out a greeting. To my surprise, Mrs. Boyd was carrying a baby. A tiny baby, tightly wrapped in pink blankets. She held the baby in both arms and carried it carefully up the walk toward the house. Mr. Boyd had a big smile on his face as he caught up to her. What a good little girl, Mrs. Boyd cooed to the baby. Yes, you are. You're a good little girl. Welcome to your new home, Jasper. Huh? I thought, isn't Jasper a funny name for a little girl? Then I stared up at the baby and saw her bright yellow eyes. Bum, 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 bum. End of the book.
This book is fucked up.
Ha ha ha. The cat's a baby now. Cat is a baby now.
This is really fucked up. So, I'm going to go into
Cats
why.
do live longer.
Huh?
Cats do live longer. I mean, it's...
Well, it depends on the breed of dog, too. Like, some dogs live, like,
that's
1,000
fair.
years, too. Anyway, every other family that we saw was so fucking gutted by losing their child, which I guess was from a baby until 12, that they left and abandoned their dog's child. Like, that's how fucked up they were over it. There's, I can't even see this dog anymore because it reminds me of Lily and Manny.
Yeah, no, I never put that together. You're right. Yeah.
Because imagine if you're just like, oh, I'm going to own this dog now? That they probably didn't know. It's probably just like, here's your dog girl, but already a girl. But the Boyds were like, well, shit, we've got a cat. Let's do it again. Like, what the fuck is wrong with the Boyds?
No joke, dude. I'm just now thinking about what you said because I never really put together that Manny's family leaves the town. Manny still there as a dog. They didn't even...
Same with Lily.
You'd think you'd want to keep the dog. I mean, he's still family, right? You changed his diapers when he was a boy.
It'd be fucking weird. Like, this is one of those books, like, the more you think about it, like, it's a bit absurd.
Sure.
But, like, I'm pretty sure there's been plenty of science fiction movies about, like, let's do a terrible thing in order to get a child, the one thing that we want. And this is a whole town of parents like that.
The more I think about it, the more unsettling it is, for sure. I think when I read it, I might have been a little disappointed because I thought there were some opportunities to ramp it up in some areas that kind of don't happen. Because really, there's a lot of anxiety about just having this thing happening to your body that you can't control, that other people can see and will ridicule you for. We've all been there. It is called puberty. Or, a lot of people feel shame for a lot of other things. So I feel like it really strikes a chord with...
deviant, in my case.
Sure. I feel like it really strikes a chord with, pretty universally, people have these feelings about shame and being fearful of what they're growing into. But the only thing that really, gave me the spooks, or, the heebie-jeebies even, the goosebumps, was just the descriptions of the hair and having to constantly be aware of shaving it and removing it and all of that. So reading the book, that was kind of the most I got from it. But this book really does, to your point, when you think about this universe and this world and the way things are operating, it kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe Welcome to Dead House, or some of the others that the spook is sort of this universal this truth about this world that's scary at the very end. You know what I mean? Whether it be the dad at the end of book 2 is now a plant forever. It's kind of that.
Yeah. Or the ghost next door. It has the happiest possible ending, I guess, but it starts the more you think about it, it's oh. It's a real dark beginning to that book, and a realistic one. It's all because they forgot to put out a campfire in the backyard and everyone burned alive in their sleep. And it's one of those where talking to you, obviously it grows on me because I'm wow, that is creepy, and it makes me wonder sometimes how intentional is R.L. Stine with what we're left with here, or if he gets to page 118 in this case, it was well, I've got to wrap it up. We'll do this, and this. And then, I imagine he's more thoughtful than that. But I wonder if it's just a happy coincidence that at the end we're left with this, holy shit, this is a crazy world. And he's wow, look what I did. That was crazy, right? Or if it was his plan all along. Yeah, I mean, I feel like anyone who's trying to write something spooky probably does want that extra level. I don't know that's the case here. I don't know if this is just it kind of Why I'm Afraid of Bees, where you and I fixated on what is this fucking business structure? She just advertises for free to children, and it doesn't seem like she's getting paid. We got so fixated on the business model of this company, and I doubt that's what he wanted children to focus on. I think some of it, this, I think, is maybe a consequence. But that ended up
being the thing that was creepy to us reading it as adults. We glommed onto that. We were
She's terrifying. That woman is terrifying. I'm going to advertise where only children see, and I will attend to them when their parents aren't home. And oh, here's my binder filled with Polaroids of children. Please choose the one you like the most.
Ugh. Wild.
I don't know if that's necessarily built into this one as much. No, I will say that. Maybe the Boyds being monsters, I think the Boyds are monsters, and the other families were heartbroken. That scene that I read where the Vaughns are just just give up on her. She's gone forever. We did.
Yeah.
We gave up on her.
Yeah, just like the, Manny's folks, yeah.
So what would you rate it?
So I'm probably... Man, I don't know, dude. I think it was a pretty interesting read, but it's none of the rest of the book is going to be that memorable to me except for the last chapter, which I think is a bit of a detriment to the book. I think it takes a really long time to get going.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 4. I'm going to stick with the 4 out of 7 dad's razors being used to shave between your fingers.
So for me, I didn't actually get as much spookiness from the hair portions of the book, except for the eating hair scene. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But I fantasize relentlessly about being a werewolf. So, After you've like spend, 50, 60 hours out of your week jerking off while thinking about being a werewolf, like you just don't think that kind of shit's scary. I'm always thinking about hair sprouting between my toes and, rah. So I didn't get as much there. It's weird. I'm thinking about it now, and I enjoy talking about it. But I kind of just went through most of it, and then as I was figuring out what was going on, it's pretty obvious. Oh, Lily's a dog. Then I start getting more interested in that aspect of it. So I would probably give it like 600 out of 1,000 feral dogs. So if you want to simplify it, like a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10 feral dogs.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty good. So we're right around both kind of close to like between 50 to 60% on it. So a little bit above average, I think. And
it was surprising to me because it was way more interesting than I expected it to be after reading the back of the book last time, where it's just like, oh, they're gonna be hairy. I didn't expect to be like, eesh, that's a little grim. The mom being like, there's no Lily.
That was rough. That was a rough moment. The Vons creeped me out the way they handled that, for sure. Ending of the book is zany, but it leaves you in a world that's uncomfortable, which is fun. I think it's a bit above average for this season, though. We haven't had one that's been a universal banger for us. I think so far, looking back on the ratings we've given, Attack of the Mutant has really been sort of our collective front runner. Ooh. And we've only got 4 books left in the season. So I'm hoping that season 3 here can give us one real solid entry. Not to say the rest of them haven't been enjoyable. They certainly have been.
I feel like they've all been solid. They've not been boring, which is the important thing. They've all been fucking weird, too.
Been a little weird, yeah. Return of the Mummy is the most pedestrian.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Jesus. Ugh. Don't talk about that book. We don't have to talk about that book.
But, this isn't like a reflection period for the whole season. I'm just wondering, like, it feels like I've been holding back on really gushing over a book because I really want one to, like, send me like a few from the first season did, right? So we'll see. We still have a Monster Blood left in this season, so we got fun coming, hopefully. But
after Monster Blood 2, I don't know that I'm that excited, but I am excited to see Evan and Andy again. Is Evan?
Yeah, who isn't? Yeah, Evan and Andy, yeah.
Evan and Andy are like, I look forward to seeing them when we do. I do not look forward to seeing Sorry.
Yeah, I think they're dead.
Yeah, I think they died. The mummy ate them. Whatever, mummies do.
I hope so. Well, a little bit of trivia for this book. We don't have much here, but the book's front tagline is very 90s, referentially 90s. It keeps growing and growing and growing is a reference to the slogan of the Energizer Bunny. And apparently in the original printing of the book, the INSTA-TAN is said to have expired in, and as we read it here, February of 1991. But in the 2018 ebook version, the date is not specified, and Larry only says it expired a year ago, I guess to make it a little more believable to modern audiences that it would still be kept, it would still exist in someone's home.
I can confirm that that's the case. I did see that it said a year ago.
A year ago?
Yes.
Okay. Confirmed by Dylan. So there you go. Trivia confirmed here. Yes. Live on the show. All right, man. Well, another fun one down. I'm going to go check myself over for hair. I'm a little paranoid now. But if you would like to let us know if you're growing hair in weird places, please email the show. We got Goosebumps Podcast.
No.
Just no pictures. No pictures.
No. I mean, yeah, pictures. If you're going to...
there's no
don't talk to us specifically about weird hair. If you're going to talk to us about weird hair, then obviously pictures. But don't ask for weird hair. What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. It's been a week. It has been a week. You can find the show on Twitter at Say Cheese and Pod. You can support us on Patreon. You can head on over to patreon.com/polykill. Find a tier there that works for you, man. You can get early edited episodes of Goosebumps. You can see all kinds of cool stuff that we do over there. You know what? Let's read the back of the book. What do we got in store?
I'm going to do my perfect London accent for this.
Okay.
Sue and her brother Eddie are visiting London when they run into a little problem. They can't find their tour group. Still, there's no reason to panic.
Now it's turned Australian. You like that?
It's very
Just
Australian.
immediately.
Yeah. Rise of lights.
I'm just, for the benefit of it, I know you're going to leave that in, so I'm just going to keep reading, but I'm not going to do that for the rest of this, because that's terrifying.
No way, the tour guide would just leave them.
Fucking curveballed me. Nice.
Sorry, just full Australian. Just all Australian, all the time. You'll have to let me know, Hungry Bill, because I know you listen. You'll have to let me know how, like, does it sound like Melbourne? Sydney? Does it sound like London, Australia? I don't even remember what it's doing. Fucking hell. Okay. No, we're not doing this until 11.
No way, their tour guide would just leave them all alone in a gloomy old prison tower. No way they'd get locked inside. Two little American children after dark with those eerie sounds and a strange dark figure who wants them dead.
Very good.
Shut your whore mouth right now.